Hey there, pedal people. It's the Pedal Guy here. How you doing? Today what we're going to do is we're going to unbox and check out the Mooer Spark Chorus Pedal. But before we get started, please take a second and click on that subscribe button down there so you can stay up to date with all of our videos. Well, this is an interesting form factor here, and we don't have a ton of these, but we brought them in just for fun because, well, they're cute little pedals, and I'm a sucker for these little things, these little micro pedals, because they can tend to be a lot of fun. Let's get that box out of the way there, and let's just bring this in. Like all the Mooer products that I've seen so far, the packaging, as far as how well it's packed to ship, is pretty darn good. So you can buy these knowing that these things are not going to show up in a million pieces, which is impossible with our stuff because we wrap it so much in bubble wrap. There's no way that'll happen. A couple things here to take note of. There's already a little Velcro strip here that comes in the box that's cut specifically to the bottom of this pedal, so it'll fit perfectly. There is an easy little one sheet here that goes over all of the features. This is a true bypass pedal, by the way. But here's the Spark Chorus. Now, when I first looked at this, the first thing I thought is, well, it's just one button. I mean, how much fun can that be? Well, actually, as it turns out, the parameters are actually here. So you have your deep setting. You have here, I'll just bring it up to the camera here so you can see here. You have the depth and you have the speed. All the knobs here on the side. So we'll on the top of the pedal here. So we'll have a listen to this in just a second. But that's the Spark Chorus, and this is part of a series from Mooer. We also carry the compressor as well because it's a nifty little compressor for the money. And you know, it's a solid piece. I have to say, this is pretty weighty actually. It's not cheap at all as far as how it feels. It feels like this is something you could step on several times without worrying about it, which is kind of the thing you need to worry about when you buy a pedal, because you know you're gonna step on it a few times in its lifetime. So let's go ahead and plug this in and give it a first listen. Alright, so now we've got the chorus plugged in here. As you can see, let me hold my pick next to it there. Look at the size of this pedal. It's a tiny little thing. But you know, good things do come in small packages, and this pedal might be a really good exception to that. So this is an 80s style chorus, so if you want to throw in a few 80s jokes there or a few references to the 80s, go right ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and start by telling you first that this reminds me completely of Tron when I turn this thing on, so you'll see what I mean in just a second. So let me just, without talking too much more about it, just boom, let's bring that on and look at that thing. Alright, so we either fight for the users or we don't. Okay, another Tron reference. That's going to end up in the comments down below, I'm quite sure. So there are three controls here. Aside from the on-off switch, there's depth, there's the deep, and there's speed. Now, the depth and speed are pretty self-explanatory because you'll find those on just about every chorus pedal that's out there. The deep switch on the back here, this is meant to enhance the depth of the chorus effect. So it's a normal and then a deep effect. So there's actually two modes here. As I mentioned before, it is a true bypass pedal. So let's go ahead and get a first impression here. Everything sounds a little out of tune. That's what a chorus does, so don't worry. The guitar's in tune, I promise. Okay, and we also, of course, have the microphone on here, so you're going to hear the guitar in the background there. So what I'll do is start making adjustments to the depth and the speed knobs. We'll leave the deep alone for the moment, and let's kill the mic to really get the effect. Should be noted this is a really good place to put a lot of reverb on here. If you really Should be noted that this is a really good place to put a lot of reverb on if you want to go full on 80s, except no substitutes. All right, so we've taken a quick look-see at that. Now let's hit the deep button here. Now let's go into the deep mode. So just a reminder, that's our before. That's our after. So I'll kill the mic and I'll make a couple of adjustments as I play a couple chords. So when you have just 3 parameters to play with, there you can kind of noodle until your heart's content, but there's just only so many riffs one can play. But it's kind of that's the idea of this pedal. It's a very simple setup. It easily integrates into your pedal board, and it's at a killer price point. And I think it sounds pretty darn good, actually, as a chorus pedal goes. Obviously, there's a lot more expensive chorus pedals out there, and in some cases, there could be even cheaper chorus pedals. Who knows? But at the same time, you don't want to compromise too much because you want your chorus to sound good, and this is a good sounding one here. So for more information on this pedal and the other pedals that we carry, please visit us at ThePedalGuy.com. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.